Hey guys, it's your boy Brainsy. Welcome to another day of grinding workout. It's already 7:59 a.m. I'm supposed I'm supposed to work out at 7 a.m. But I didn't because I'm a dumbass. So I'm just gonna talk about my life for a bit as usual. Um, today, yesterday I jogged at 8 p.m. or something. Came back at like 9:45. I was really proud of myself yesterday because I jogged for like the whole 8 kilometers without stopping. It's basically like 3 laps of a track that I've been going on for a while. I've never done that before. That's the first time that I've jogged like consistently, which is really impressive. And um, I was gonna set my time to like 6. I didn't even, I didn't even hear my alarm. Thankfully, my sister woke me up so I can actually work out. But it's already 8, and I may not have much time anymore to work out, but who knows? Uh, yesterday, I've been in a rut lately. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I see lots of doom things. My things, my course. Lots of people providing their resumes, their skill, talents. I'm probably more qualified than them. Maybe I may not be as qualified as them in terms of confidence or exposure or communication. So I still have a lot of ways to go, and I can really see how the job market is super saturated at the moment. People are providing their services almost dirt cheap just because of that. And it's sad because um, I really did work hard for this. I thought if I just work hard, I thought if I just pursue something, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be great. It's not. I guess I just have to work out some more. And I tried applying for jobs recently, and I look at I, I look at the requirements. They always look for full-time PRs, no work restrictions, whatever. It's sad because I don't have that. I'm not PR yet. I'm a student visa. I only have 24 hours per week. So I can't do that. And yeah, I gotta have to like look for something else. It's either that or I continue to pursue my studies, I continue to work hard. And this indecision uh made me feel like I'm trapped or like I can't progress without having a set decision. And I keep extending, I keep pushing away the deadlines of what decision I will take. And I'm stuck in limbo. I just keep playing games. I just keep blanking out, staring at the whatever screen. I do nothing, and it's bad. Then I played this game. It's BitLife. If you guys know what that is, it's a real life simulation. It's text based, anyways. Like you grew up as a baby, you make relationships, you handle your finances, your studies, and then you click this simple button to just age up. And yesterday I was just playing it, and I remember how I meticulously try to maximize everything that I can to try to improve my life in any way I can. I always reflect to myself, man, every time I click this button, study harder, why wasn't I doing that as well in my life? Why? The answer is super simple. It's just study or commit to your work or find jobs consistently. Develop your skills. It's super easy when you conceptualize the things that you want to do, but not the execution of it, because the idea doesn't come with a package of the pain, you know? And yeah, it's painful. Like I jogged. It was just one tick objective, like jog in my mind. But in execution, it's 1 hour full of I wanna quit, I wanna quit. It's heavy. And I have to bear that cross every checklist that I have, which is crazy. I don't know if I can do it. I uninstalled my Mobile Legends, and I sort of want to quit Genshin. I don't wanna Genshin anymore. But I'll still probably try, but I'm probably not gonna stick for long. I don't know. Um, what else? So yeah, I'm in a state of my life where I want to come back again. I want to finally end this limbo and um land a decision on what I'm going to do with my life, because it's really depressing, you know. And I see like in people's stories of my old friends, they're moving up. They have their lives sorted out. They have it figured out, you know. They already have careers. I have old friends in online games before. They're moving up, and I'm stuck here. So working out is my way of saying, hey, I've been doing this. This is working out, and I want to keep doing this because it feels like it's the right thing to do, and it's a proof to me that I can commit to something, and I'm not doing it consistently. Like what does that say about me, you know? So yeah, it's kind of a sad narrative, and I don't want to be like that kind of person who keeps dwelling on the negative things in life. But it just has to be said, you know. That's the state that I'm feeling right now, and I hope it gets better. And I'm gonna make it better. Don't worry. I'm gonna do this gratitude things as well, because I feel like that's always a boost in perspective in life, which is also very important. It's a it's part of the pack of self-development kit, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Um, to the people who are watching this, I hope you had a great day. I hope you're keeping your grinds consistent. I hope you become a better person than you were 2 years before. You know, life is very short. People just assume that it's not because there's no definite reminder about how short it is, and you just feel the boundless time that you have. I mean, I have time that I could waste it tomorrow. I could still live tomorrow, you know? Doesn't work that way, unfortunately. And you have to realize it sooner or later. I'm gonna work. So now I'm just gonna work out now. I have my watch. I'm gonna get some of my pre downstairs, and I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna work out. Yeah. So see you in a bit. I got my pre ready. Oh man, I don't have it. It's here. Perfect. Hello. If you see my underwear, don't stress on it too much. Yeah, yeah. Decent. Decent.
Is this what my life is? Do I wake up every day, commute an hour to work 9 to 5, commute an hour back, have 45 minutes of recreation time, and then go to sleep because I need to get 8 hours of sleep a night? Is this what life is? This is not what I was promised. This is not what I thought. I thought I was going to be free and having fun. So I went through a quarter life crisis a little bit before it was cool. About 20 years ago, I was stuck. I was failing out of college. We'll get into some details. I went to India. I found myself, and today I'm very happy. And what I see in the world around me is that so many young people have no idea what to do with their lives. They're living in a world where they were taught these expectations of if you do A, B, and C, you will be happy, you will be successful. But it seems like this is a huge scam. And so they end up having this crisis, this existential crisis in their early 20s or mid 20s. They don't know who they are. They don't know what they should do. They don't know how to take risks. They don't know how to make choices. And at first, I thought that this was like a minority of people, right? I thought I was the exception because 20 years ago, not everyone was doing it. But if you look at research today, quarter life crises are one of the most common experiences of young people. One study by LinkedIn actually found that 75% of people go through a quarter life crisis. And this is what I see. There is a generation of people who don't know what to do with their lives, who don't know who they are, because y'all were given a script, right? You were told, do this, go to college, get a job, find love, buy a house, get a mortgage, do all these things, and then you will be happy. And y'all did what you were supposed to do. You did everything that the older generation told you to do, but now you find yourself in your mid-20s, maybe a little bit older, maybe a little bit younger, and 75% of y'all, and you have no idea what to do. You don't know who you are. You don't know what you want. You are watching all these fucking videos on the internet from gurus who are telling you do this, do this, do this, do this. You chase those things, and for some of y'all, it works, and for some of you, it doesn't. And that's the real tragedy of a quarter life crisis, which is that a quarter life crisis is not a bad thing. If you look at the Chinese character or the Japanese kanji for crisis, it is two pictograms put together. It is danger and opportunity. That's really what a crisis is. And what we know from the research on quarter life crises is that they are something that is a very powerful developmental tool. The problem is that navigating the quarter life crisis is not something that we know how to do. Sometimes people will ask me this question: if you could go back in time and give advice to your younger self, what would you tell yourself? And I tell them I would not tell myself a damn thing, because everything that I went through made me the person that I am today. So in my case, I had no idea what I was doing. I failed out of college, went to India, found myself. Now I'm happily married. I have a job that I love. I work really hard. My external environment and my internal environment are in sync, and I'm pretty happy today, thankfully. And that's what we see with a quarter life crisis, is that some people successfully navigate it and are so much stronger at the end. All of us are looking for solutions, but the problem is that the solutions seem to work for some people, but don't work for other people. A great example of this is put yourself out there, right? So when you talk to people who have successfully found relationships or found their career and you ask them, what do I need to do? They say, you just have to put yourself out there. And then you may try to put yourself out there, but for some reason it doesn't work for you. And then you're left scratching your head. I don't know, is this like, are they different? Am I different? Why does it not work for me? Am I doing it wrong? We're struggling with all of these questions. But this is what's really cool. In the last 5 years, there's been an explosion of research on the quarter life crisis because so many people are experiencing it. And what we figured out is that there are actually 4 to 5 stages to this process, and it is textbook. I will tell y'all a little bit about my life, and as we go through the stages, if y'all have been watching this channel for a while, you'll have heard me talk about each of these steps. And the problem that we run into is not that the advice doesn't work, but that we sometimes apply it out of order. That putting yourself out there only works if you do a set of things first. That's what makes it successful. Hey y'all, if you're interested in applying some of the principles that we share to actually create change in your life, check out Dr. K's Guide to Mental Health. It combines over 2 decades of my experience of both being a monk and a psychiatrist, and distills all of the most important things I've learned into a choose-your-own-adventure format. So check out the link in the bio and start your journey today. So let's start with the goal. So a life structure is a developmentally achieved integration of internal structures such as values, goals, and beliefs, allied to external structures such as roles, commitments, relationships, and activities. So what are we looking for? What's the basic problem? The basic problem is that this thing in here and that thing out there don't fit. And there's a really good reason for this. So if you look at the research on quarter life crises, what you find is that early on we're teenagers, right? And when we're teenagers, we don't have freedom.
Oh my God, my parents are telling me to stop playing video games. They're telling me to study. I don't want to study. I don't want to do it. Meh. I want to be an adult. And when I'm an adult, I get to do whatever I want.
And then what happens is you become an adult. And then you discover that despite you having all of the freedom, you have no freedom at all. You thought that the moment that you became an adult, everything becomes easy. But what I see more and more and more is constantly these posts of, is this what my life is? Do I wake up every day, commute an hour to work 9 to 5, commute an hour back, work out because I'm supposed to work out, have 45 minutes of recreation time, and then go to sleep because I need to get 8 hours of sleep a night? Is this what life is? This is not what I was promised. This is not what I thought. I thought I was going to be free and having fun. And so this is where the quarter life crisis starts. We have this conception that as we grow older, we will be free. But as we grow older, we discover our freedom is restricted by the world around us, that we actually need some way to fit into the world. So as teenagers, all we want is freedom. And then once we get our freedom, what ends up happening is we realize we need to fit into the world around us. And that leads to stage number 1, which is locked in. So oftentimes when we're trying to figure out what we want to do in life, we don't know what we want. We don't know who we are, right? Because we haven't lived life yet. So we look to other people. So for example, when I was 9 years old, my dad told me and my brother, one of y'all is going to be a doctor and one of y'all is going to be a lawyer. My brother was older. He went to law school. So I felt like I had to become a doctor. I was genetically pre-med. And so phase 1 of the quarter life crisis is called locked in. And it's a sense of being trapped. So early on in life, you make decisions based on extrinsic motivation, right? You're told to study this. People say, oh, this is going to be a good job. You should do this thing. You should do this. Should. And you're like, yes, sir, I will do it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I will do it. I will do it.
I guess that's that.